I come from a small town in South Island called Methven, which is inland from Ashburton, and I went to Methven High School, and then I went to the University of Canterbury, and I went to the art school there, and then I taught at a fancy school called Christ College in Christchurch for 8 years. Then I flew to Berlin and lived in Berlin in Germany for 4 years. And then I got called back home and I started teaching at the Elam School of Fine Arts in 2003, and I've been there ever since. And my level in the university is I'm an associate professor, so not quite a professor, just one down from that. And I teach Studio One sculpture, Studio One photography. I teach a course called Ngā Toi Pakataka, Patu and Rāraga, meaning different kinds of weaving. And I teach another Ngā Toi Pakataka course called Kohatu, which means stone. And I have 5 doctoral / PhD students, and what else do I teach? Yeah, those are the things that I'm currently teaching. Okay, and I'm very lucky to have a job because Elam School of Fine Arts. This is a sales pitch now. It's a great place, a happy place, and we have a lot of fun there. Oh, and you started to see some of the slides behind
Yes, I've
me?
got only 8 photos so far.
That's all right.
8 is better than none, I thought.
Rolling behind me are some images of the classes that I teach. So that's what's going on there. So I'm just wondering how many people are vaguely interested in going to art school at university, even just a little bit. Cool, that's quite a lot, which is unsurprising because this is an art class. So, actually, I just thought maybe we should go around the room and just introduce yourselves a little bit. If you just say your name, that's what I need to know. Can we do that? Is that all right?
Be brave. Be brave, Michaela.
My name is Michaela.
Cool. Hey, Michaela.
Hello everyone, I'm Jean.
Sorry?
I'm Jean.
Jean. Hi, Jean.
I'm Ayesha.
Aisha, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Yanakwe?
My name is Lipe.
You good?
Yeah.
Yanakwe?
Maddie.
Eddie? Sure. And if you don't want to do this, you don't have to either. Next.
Hello, my name is Yolanda.
Hello.
I'm Mary.
Mary.
Cool.
Oh, you got here. Just take a seat.
Cheers. That's right. Nice to meet you. Right.
I'm Estelle. Marianne.
Hi, Dee. Just going around doing names. Hi.
Yeah.
Sorry, probably won't remember your names, but it's good to meet you all. Okay, so that's great to know that some of you want to come to art school. No worries if you're not, that's also cool. It's just great that you're doing art because it's an important subject, very important, very underestimated in the current political climate, but very important where I come from. So art school, first I'll just go straight to business and talk about if you want to come to the Elam School of Fine Arts, what you have to have. And it's good news. All you have to do to get into the Elam School of Fine Arts is have success at NCEA and attain university entrance. That's all you need. There are no specific pathways, just university entrance. There's no portfolio required. There's no interview required. You just apply. And to do that, you just go to the university website and you look for entrance into university, and then you tick the fine arts box. It's as easy as that. Really, really easy. That's all I've got to say. It's never been so easy. Never been. In the old days, you had to do interviews and had to
It was
do a
really stressful.
portfolio. It was very stressful.
It was a stressful time.
Very stressful.
They needed some feedback about that.
Now it's no stress. No stress at all. And yeah, I think you'll find fairly friendly people when you encounter anyone at the university. The website's set up so it's easy. And if you're interested in having a look around the art school, then you can contact our administrator, Kim Ellis, very friendly, lovely person, and she'll arrange either like an individual tour or a family tour or a school tour for you. And for enrolment questions, you ask a man called Gavin Hutchins. But I'll give these details to Bev and Mrs.
Me, I'm Ms. Towns, yeah.
Yeah, I keep reading. You're not on first name basis here, are you? And Mrs. Anna.
I am.
Oh, you are on
I am.
first
I
name.
am, but also they all know my first name. So of our team setups and stuff. So the digital age has kind of stripped that from us.
Okay. At university, we're on first name basis, so you can call me Peter today as well. It's just first name basis. And there's also a thing at the university called the University Hub, which you can go to for enrolment questions. So it's all very easy. And I think the best way to see if Elam is for you or not is to come to the Elam Grad Show, which is where all the students show the work that's been examined for the year. So it's sort of a almost like a festival atmosphere. So 28th of November, put that in your diaries and come along. And even if you're not thinking about going to university, come along because it's a special day in the Auckland calendar. It's a good thing to do. So in the first year, when you enroll in the BFA, you encounter a program which is kind of like a sampling program. It's a little bit like pick and mix, except you don't get to pick, you just get to mix. So what we offer in the first year is in the first semester, the university year is split into two. There's 12 weeks, which is actually, it goes like this. Semester 1 is 6 weeks, then a 2-week break, then 6 weeks, and then an inter-semester break, which is 6 weeks long. So you get this really long, lovely holiday in between semesters. And then semester 2 is 6 weeks, 2 weeks break, and then 6 weeks. So the good news is the university year is only 12 weeks. And lots of holidays. Only 24 weeks. 24 weeks, sorry. 24 weeks. But 8 weeks of holiday. So it's a good thing to be involved with. In semester 1, first year students are, the first year studio program is 4 weeks of sculpture, 4 weeks of conceptual art, which sounds scary and horrible and dry and boring, but actually students find that they really enjoy it and they enjoy the challenge, and 4 weeks of painting. And in this, also in that first year, there is another course where you learn all the kinds of technologies that you might need to know when you're an artist. Meaning, you know, wood shop, metal shop, printmaking, film, photography. You do. There's no sort of like academic demands made of you. It's just learning how to use equipment. And it's really fun and really stimulating. And then there's a theory paper that you can do, learning about sort of philosophies and theories related to making art. And in the second semester, you do 4 weeks of performance art, which sounds really scary, but it's centered around the idea of whanaungatanga and getting to know people and getting active and moving in the studio. Photography is the other thing that you do, and printmaking. So 4 weeks of performance art, 4 weeks of.
It's all right. It's just the 8:30 bell.
4 weeks of 4 weeks of performance art, 4 weeks of photography, and 4 weeks of printmaking. And that's it. Second year is a little different. Second year actually really is pick and mix. In second year, there are two sorts of papers. Papers means courses. So in the second year, you can do a 30-point paper or a 15-point paper, which really means, I'll try to use the word course rather than paper, which really means you do one course of which there's an expectation of 20 hours work done a week, and a 15-point course in which you do 10 hours of work a week. And as a general rule of thumb, when you're doing a course at university, about a third of the hours that you are assigned to a course is contact, teaching, and learning, meaning that you're in a room with a teacher, like this you are here or with me. And then the other 2/3, you're doing it by yourself in the studios that are provided for you. So going back to this idea of doing a 20-point paper, in a 20-point paper you would have 6 hours of contact teaching, and then 12 to 14 hours of independent study. So there's much more independent learning doing at the university. So in the second year, there are a whole lot of courses offered to you. My favourites are the ones that I've written, and they are the Ngā Toi Takataka papers, which are learning how to weave, do rāranga and whatu, which is essentially Māori finger twining style weaving. And the first half of that course is customary weaving, and the second half of that course is contemporary weaving, meaning looking at artists that have looked at weaving and then they start making contemporary or modern art out of that starting point. And there's another paper in the second semester called Kohatu, which is working in stone, where the students look at things like toki or adzes, mahe, which are stone sinkers, and in the second part of the course, they start making contemporary art in stone. Other papers that are 15-point papers, and these 15-point papers or courses are media focused, where you do a little bit of, where there's a little bit of academic focus, but is mainly focused on learning how to use technologies. So there's a photography course, a film course, a digital art course, the Maori courses that I just mentioned, or Maori Pacific courses they are. Essentially anything you want to do that's media based, there are courses offered for it in these short courses. And then the longer form courses are more thematically based. So rather than there being an emphasis on a particular medium to express your ideas, the longer courses have themes, such as this one about the environment and ecology. There's another one that's about art in the digital age. Another one about identity, who it is to be someone, to look at your cultural background, or to look at gender as an issue. A whole lot of really interesting topics that you can study. And then in the third year, there's a similar structure to that, but in the final semester, it's completely open and you get to research whatever you're interested in, and you get to write your own briefs, meaning you're just free to make your own art. At the same time as you are doing the BFA papers, from about the second year on, you also do some arts papers. You're also got the offering to go into the wider university and learn some things like, well, I don't know what you'd be interested in, but you might be interested in doing geography, or Māori studies, or Pacific studies, or history, or mathematics, or science, or whatever. So you don't just do art in the second and third year, but you also do these other arts papers. So you have a second string to your bow in terms of career. There's also another kind of BFA option, which is called a conjoint degree, which instead of being 3 years is 4 years, and you essentially get 2 degrees. And for people who find the idea of just doing art a little scary, because this is not very good advertising for the Elam School of Fine Arts, but doing a fine art degree is a little bit scary career-wise. And I'm sure many of you some of you have expressed an interest of going to art school, have had conversations with your parents, and that's made them a little bit anxious, the idea of going to an art school. Well, a conjoint degree means that you can do something like fine arts and engineering, half-half. So engineering is a very safe career path. Fine arts, well, I'd like to say that it actually isn't unsafe, that it is safe, but a lot of people think, about fine arts, seems a bit dodgy to me. You get to have your cake and eat it too. You get to do the subject that you love and the subject that is a safe career path. I think you can probably even do fine art. I'm not absolutely sure about this because I'm not a careers advisor or a university course advisor, but you can probably do fine arts and accountancy, or fine arts and law, or fine arts and business studies, or something like that if you do a conjoint degree. But be warned. The conjoint degree is very, very demanding, very, very stressful. Okay? So, that's the degree. Degrees, BFA, Bachelor of Fine Arts degrees lead to doing master's degrees and lead to doing PhDs as well. But I'm not going to talk about master's degrees and PhDs. I think it's probably too much information. Let's go back. Oh, actually, before I go any further, are there any questions at all? Anyone got any questions? I can take anything. Okay. I love those pregnant pauses. Love those long, awkward silences.
We're very shy.
Oh, what's your question? No. Doing a fine arts degree, where does it lead? Well, most people who do a fine arts degree want to be full-time. Well, a lot of people who do fine arts degrees want to be full-time artists. Kaoru te kumara is the beginning of the Takatoki, which says the kumara shouldn't speak of its own sweetness. But I'm going to speak of my own sweetness. It's so embarrassing to do this. I'm a reasonably well-known and successful artist in New Zealand, but I teach as a job. I have a day job because I can't live off my work. Even though I'm quite successful. You know, Shane Cobb's up there and I'm kind of down there in terms of like success. But I have to have a day job. I'm just lucky that I love my day job. I love teaching. I actually love teaching probably more than I love making art. I think teaching is a great career to have. So, have we just about run out of time?
Yeah, we've just got a few minutes left.
Okay, so just to cut to the chase, if you go to art school, it is wise to think about having a second string to your bow and selecting your arts papers very carefully. But the sort of careers that a fine arts degree lead to are being an artist. Some people are very lucky that they can live off their art teaching at primary, secondary and tertiary level, or going into the museum sector, such as the Auckland Art Gallery, Pakaranga Art Gallery, Te Turu, Te Uru, all those art galleries that you know in town. Doing a fine arts degree leads to that sort of pathway. So when I went to art school, I went through with a lot of people. Actually, all of them have been successful in attaining careers, unless they went off the rails. Okay, but all of them have done well. One guy that I was in the same year at art school with, a guy called Blair Jackson, started off his career in art galleries, and quite often, like in any job, you start at the bottom and you work your way up. He started sweeping the floors and being the janitor kind of person at the Canterbury Society of Arts Gallery in Christchurch, and now he's the director, the boss of the Christchurch Art Gallery, which is probably the third most important gallery in New Zealand. So there's the whole museum sector, there's the teaching sector, there's being a creative, there's the film industry, there's a lot of opportunity for arts, for people in fine arts, but you do have to be determined. But if you are a lawyer or an engineer or something like that, you start off at the bottom and you also have to be determined. So it's just the same. I think that's me. I think I'm done. Unless there are any questions.
Thank you so much. That was really informative. Thanks, Peter. Yeah, that was great.
My pleasure. Thanks for introducing yourselves.
Thank you.